Welcome to Success Made Simple with your host, Dave Martin.
Hello, this is Dr. Dave, your success coach. Thank you for joining me today on Success Made Simple. I hope that you'll share the Dave Martin podcast with all your friends, your family, your relatives, your enemies, your business associates, and anyone else you can think of that wants to do better in life. We call it Success Made Simple because we try to break down the principles and make them as simple as possible. I'm coming to you from beautiful San Diego, California, on today's podcast. Had a great weekend with our friends at C3 Church here in San Diego. My goodness, that's a church full of entrepreneurs and business-minded, success-minded people. And just love all that they're doing there and thankful for their friendship. Headed back to Orlando for just a short time and then off to Europe. Next week we'll be coming to you from somewhere, who knows, Berlin, Germany, Amsterdam. I don't know, it's gonna be great. Also, I'm so grateful for our sponsor for Success Made Simple for the Dave Martin podcast. If you're interested in sponsoring a podcast, please let us know. You can email Coach Dave at davemartin.org. That's Coach Dave at davemartin.org. We can get you all the information that you need. But I'm grateful for people who believe in the podcast and what we're doing. And Get Motivated Seminars is one of those. I want to thank Get Motivated for sponsoring today's podcast. Get Motivated draws crowds of thousands to hear world-famous speakers share strategies for success. Famous speakers like Tony Robbins, Kevin O'Leary, Damon John, and myself, and many others. At Get Motivated seminars, attendees will receive training on sales, negotiating, personal development, business, money, motivation, and so much more. Join a Get Motivated seminar coming to your city soon. For more information, visit the website getmotivated.com. That is getmotivated.com for all the information in a city near you. Get motivated, get educated, and get ahead. All right, let's get started in today's podcast. Listen, I think when you are born, God gave you two ends. Gave you one to sit on and one to think with. Success depends on which one you use. Heads you win, tails you lose. If you want to be a winner, you got to get off your tail and use your head. I'd like to help you today change your thinking. As you know, this entire year we've been focusing a lot on mindset. We've got a new book coming later in the year, and this is a lot of what we're going to be covering in that. But if you can change your thinking, you can change your life. That's what this podcast is about, teaching you secrets, principles to help you win in life. Mind your head. That means take care of your head, of your thoughts, of the processes that go on in your mind. If you believe you can, you can. Not only can you, but you will. If you'll listen to what I'm telling you, the priceless wisdom, values, understanding, the teaching I'm going to share with you, I believe you'll begin to develop the mindset of a winner. You'll learn how to mind your head because successful people think different than unsuccessful people think. Wealthy people think different than poor people think. Growing up, I used to think if you were wealthy, that meant you were selfish. I grew up in a small town in Mississippi. I had to change my thinking. I left that little small town long before the mentality or the small mentality left me. I had to change the way I thought about things, the way I looked at things. And that is what I want to help you do as well. I believe, and I have to work on it continually, even today. If you're going to think like a winner, act like winners act, do what winners do, then I believe you can be a winner too. You can have the mindset of a winner and really learn how to mind your head. In the Bible, it talks about renewing your mind. That's what it is. It talks about renewing your mind, renewing your thoughts. And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about minding your head, really. Just as an artist treasures his painting, the master craftsman, the quality of a violin that he created, Our Maker God cherishes our dreams, our goals, our happiness, and the success that you and I are to enjoy. I want to talk to you today about how winners are different from the crowd. So I want to help you develop this mindset, help you develop the right kind of thinking, what we've been talking or saying as mind your head. It means watch out for your thinking, watch out for your thoughts, watch out for what's happening between your ears. I believe as you begin to understand this, you'll begin to change your thinking. See, winners are different from the crowd. They don't just survive their failures. They refuse to place blame on others. They see possibilities and they know that all things are possible. This doesn't mean that they're never going to make a mistake. Most of the successful, wealthy people that I know have made some of the greatest failures. I know I've made some of the greatest failures. Most successful people have a few failures on their resume. I have a few on mine. But failure can be your greatest teacher. Most successful people in life are not those without failures. They're those that people who have actually failed more because they've tried more. Winners are those who learn from their mistakes but never quit. They let the obstacles in life propel them, not steal their dreams. Winners stand up. Winners change the way they look at things. Winning begins between your ears, and that's what we're talking about today in developing the right kind of thinking. Your mind is the drawing room of tomorrow's circumstances. What happens in your mind will happen in time. So mind management is the first priority for developing the mindset of a winner. That's what we're talking about today is mind management. You've got to get a picture of yourself, not as you've been, but as you want to be, because you're going to be better. Let me tell you, you look better in the future, and you look much better than you look right now. You might as well just say that to yourself. Say, I look better in the future, and I look much better than I look right now. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror. I say, Dave, you look skinnier in the future. You've got to see yourself, not where you've been, but where you're going. You need to see yourself not as you have been, but see the picture of what you are going to do. Our goal is to develop a new mentality, a new picture of ourselves, of our family, of our life, of our business, of our finances. You might want to say, I look richer in the future, and I look much richer than I look right now. See, begin to see it differently than you see it right now. When you get this understanding, and this is what my new book is all about. Don't forget to watch for it this fall. Also, our webinar that's going to be coming up in just a few weeks is all about this mindset and developing and changing the way you look at things. I got something real exciting on that webinar to share. So when I talk about it, make sure you're one of the first ones to sign up because it'll be limited. But I believe a wise man will hear an increase in learning. That's what it says in Proverbs. And if you understand that, there's knowledge and wisdom exploding all around us. Books are crammed full of information. There's CDs and blogs, and I applaud you for investing in yourself by listening to this podcast today. That's an investment in yourself. Jim Rohn said the greatest investment you'll ever make is the investment you make in yourself. I believe that it could literally change your life. I believe this podcast could help you make the decision to change the course of your life and where you decide you want to be. If you're feeling lack in any area of your life, you've got to reach for information. Reach for information that will change the situation and help you deal with it better. At some point in your life, you've got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got to get tired of losing, tired of failing. And when you get sick and tired of it, that is when you'll start winning. Then and only then is when you'll start winning. Right then, when you change your photograph, it begins to ignite a fire on the inside of you. Stop blaming other people. Most of us have been conditioned to do that our whole life. Blame something outside of ourselves for the parts of our life we don't like. But if you want to be successful, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be a winner, if you want to have healthy relationships, if you want to feel fulfilled in life, you're going to have to take 100% responsibility for everything you've ever experienced in your life. I think I've got a free ebook you can get on my website if you go to davemartin.org on responsibility. It'd be great to get that and just read that whole chapter. But the level of achievement you reach, the results that you produce, the quality of your relationships, the state of your health, your physical fitness, the debt you're in, the income you make, your feelings, everything, you got to take responsibility. We blame our parents, our bosses, our friends, the media, coworkers, our spouse. We can blame everything on everyone, our lack of money, anything or anyone that you want to blame. You can do that. We can never look at where the problem really is, and that's ourselves, unless we change our thinking. If you want to create the life of your dreams, you're going to have to take responsibility for where you're at. That means you're going to have to give up your excuses and your victim stories and all the reasons why you haven't or you can't. All your blaming about sad circumstances, you got to give them up forever. Make a decision right now, today. I'm deciding to change the way I look and think about things. Make a decision right now. Get that ebook on responsibility. I think you can go to Amazon if you can't find it on my website, but you should be able to find it there. I'm going to develop the mindset of a winner. I am going to get the mentality. I'm going to mind my head. You have to take the position that you have the power to make a difference, to get it right, to produce the desired results. And for whatever reason, lack of awareness, fear, ignorance, the need to feel safe, many of us fear change, whatever it is, you choose not to exercise that power, the power that is working on the inside of you. You already have the ability. You already have the power to make it happen. So do it. Do it. Let's make a difference. Let's get our thinking in order. Let's get rid of stinking thinking and get a checkup from the neck up and decide, I'm going to do something about this, my life. I'm going to make a difference, and that starts with your mindset. That starts with your head. I could talk to you about this all day. I hope this inspired you today to do something, to take some responsibility, to make a difference. That's what this podcast is all about. That's why I hope you'll share it with other people. It's a process I deal with every day, working on my thinking, and I want to help you do the same thing right here on Success Made Simple. This is Dave Martin, your success coach. Make sure you share this with someone else. You can get on our email list if you're not on there, or if you're listening to it on iTunes, however it is. Hey, make sure you make some comments and post about the podcast as well, and let us know what you think. I'd love to hear from you, Coach Dave at davemartin.org. And hey, let's make a difference. Let's make the rest of our life the best of our life. Have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week here on the Dave Martin Podcast.
You have been listening to Success Made Simple. For additional coaching and resources, go to davemartin.org. Also, follow Dave on social media at Dr. Dave Martin.